I am Rusty, and let's play another Sudoku puzzle here. We've got a easy puzzle coming from the Sudoku store on Blue Sky. The collection is available through their Etsy and Amazon storefront. If you go to their profile on Blue Sky, and yes, that will require that you use you log into Blue Sky. So up to you. You can pull down or you can purchase either hard copy through Amazon of the various collections of puzzles they've got, or you can order a PDF copy, which is what I'm using, to be able to solve or to pull up and each of these puzzles and bring it in to solve on your own. Solve it on paper in the book or by printing each of the puzzles from the PDF, or do what I'm doing, which is bring up a Sudoku puzzle that allows you to create a puzzle, enter it, validate it, and go ahead and solve. And get if this validates, I'm going to let you have 20 seconds before I start solving. There we go. You see if you can grab a copy and start solving yourself. If not, that's fine. We will work on this a little bit. I'll be solving here in just a couple of moments. Another 2 seconds, 1 second, 0. Hey, we can start solving here. Okay, one of these three is going to be a 1. And I've got 3 possibilities for 1 there. And let's see, that's going to be 1. So I end up with 4 possibilities here, 6 here, and 5 here. 2s. Now, 2s are blocked from there, but I've got 3 possibilities here, 3 possibilities here, 3 possibilities here. Looks like 3 possibilities here, 3 there, and it looks like 4 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here. One of these 2 will be a 3. But I end up, one of these 2 will be a 3. So we end up with 3 possibilities each of those places. 3 possibilities here, and 3 possibilities here. On to 3s. We get 2 possibilities for 3 here for now. 2 possibilities down here. 3 possibilities here. 5 here. Looks like 4 possibilities here. All 7 of those. All right, let's head on to 4s. We got 4 here, 1 here, 1 here. Gives me 2 possibilities for 4 here. Here we get 3 possibilities. 4 possibilities here, 5 possibilities here, 4 possibilities here, 4 here, and that's it for 4s. How about 5s? Then I got a 5 here and another one here. This 5, along with these 4 or 3 block, means that one of these 3 is a 5. One of these 3 will be a 5. Also, one of these 3 is a 5. Over here, we got everything available. 5 possibilities here, 5 possibilities here. 3, and everything available is 4 possibilities. All right, 6s. We've got a 6 here, another one here. Over here, we get 3 possibilities. So I've got 2 possibilities for 6 here, 3 possibilities for 6 up here. And that 6 says that one of these 3 is going to be a 6, and one of these 3 will be a 6. And we get 7 possibilities here. Everything's open here. And 3 possibilities here. On to 7s. We've got 2 possibilities for a 7. Yep, that doesn't get to be a 7. That's because that's a 7, so this is not a 7. And one of, that's a 7 there. One of these 2 is a 7. This is a 7, which turns it from 2 possibilities here to that one being 7. And hey, we got all 7s on the board. 8. Well, we've got 2 possibilities for an 8 here. 2 possibilities for an 8 here. That means in here we end up with a 7, no, a 5. And let's see, does that help us any? Not so much. I end up with 4 possibilities here. Oh, 2 possibilities for 5. Still 4 possibilities here. And it doesn't help you as much as I'd like. However, with 8, 6 here, that means one of these 2 is an 8. Over here, we've got 4 possibilities for an 8. That says 8's going to be one of these 5. We got a bunch of possibilities here. 5 possibilities here. All right, 9s. A 9 here. A 9 here. 9 here. And another one here. Means this one's going to be a 9. With these 2 and this one of these 2 will be a 9. This one's going to be a 9 with this one and this one and this one. That means this one is going to be a 9. That becomes a 3. Well, it's blocked from being a 9 by that. So now we can solve a 9 there. All right. 1, 2, 3. So one of these 3 is a 4. A 5. One of these 2 is a 6. Okay. 7. One of these 2 is an 8. And we get a 9. So one of these 2 is a 2. 3. One of these 3 is a 4. One of these 2 is a 5. How about 6s? Anything there? Looks like I've got 3 possibilities for a 6. Did I make this one not possibly a 6 already? Okay, this can't be a 5 because of this. Blocked there. This one's blocked, so that's a 5. Not a 6. 5. Now we can do these 2 being 6s. This blocks this one. And now we look at 2s again. Oh, we got 2s. 3, put 4. Now we can put in these 2 for 4. So we get the 8, 6 here. That means this cannot be a 6. So that's a 2, a 4, and a 6. Not a 6 here. That's a 6. That's an 8. And this becomes a 4. Over here, we've got 1, 2, 3. One of these two is a 4. 5, 6, 7. One of these two is an 8. Okay. And the other 3 go in here. One of them is going to be a 1. Not a lot of help with that. One of them is a 2. One of these two is now 2. 3, 4, 5. And one of these 3 is a 6. I'll have to come back to that. All right. One of these 3 is a 6. One of these 3 is a 1. I've got 3 possibilities for a 1 here. How about 2s? Okay, we got one of these 2 is a 2. One of these 2 is a 2. 3. That's a 3, so 3 is going to be one of these 3, or one of these 4. And now we're down to 2 possibilities for a 4 here. How about a 5? Oh, one of these 2 is a 5. And I've got 3 possibilities here. One of these 3 is a 6. We got a 7. And an 8 is going to be one of these 2. And it looks like that's all I can do at the moment. How about down here? One of these 2 is a 1. Nope, nope. Can't be a 1 because we've got a 1 there. 2s. One of these 2 is a 2. Goes with the, well, that can't be a 2, so that's a 2. This becomes a 4. This becomes an 8. And that means one of these 2 is a 5. 5 and 3 is there. Okay. Over here, one of these 2 is a 5. Oh, oh. I've got 3 possibilities for 5, don't I? 3 possibilities for 1. Pair of possibilities for 2. Everything's open for 3s. We got a 4 already. One of these 3 is a 5. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Can we do anything more here? I get 3 possibilities for 1. We get a 2 given. We get 3 possibilities for 3. Actually, it was 4 possibilities for 1. 3 for 3. 4 given. Looks like 4 possibilities for 5. 2 possibilities for a 6. A 7 is given. And 2 possibilities for an 8. Okay. Does that help me with these others? Yes, one of these. One of these 2 is going to be a 1. 2. One of these 2 will be a 3. So this can't be a 3. That's a 3. That's a 5. And that means this is a 5. One of these 2. This one's going to be a 5. That's going to be a 2. And we end up with a 1 here. 2. This one becomes a 3. And up here we end up with one of these 2. This one becomes a 1, making this an 8. Any help here? I'll get a pair of possible 4s. One of these 2 is going to be a 3. It's going to be this one because this blocks this one. That makes that a 4. And again, one of these 3 is going to be a 6. We'll come back to that. Okay. All right, that 4 and that 4, along with this 4, says that the 4 has to be one of these two. It can't be that one, so that's a 4. That turns that into an 8. This becomes a 4. This becomes a 6. This becomes an 8. All right. One of these 3 is a 1. One of these 3 is a 2. I've got 2 possible 3s. 4. A 5. Means this is not a 5. This is a 5. One of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these 2 is a 6 now. These 2 can't be 8s, so this is an 8. That makes this a 6, this an 8. And that requires this to be a 6 then. That makes this a 6. One of these is a 1. The other is a 2. So if we can narrow down the 1s down here to this one, that makes this a 2, this a 1. One of these 2 then becomes a 2. Oops, that can't be a 2, so 2 and 3. This can't be a 2, this is a 2, this is a 6. This 2-6 combo could also not be a 6 because of that one. This can't be a 1 because of above. And likewise, this can't be a 3. So, hey, 15 minutes and 26 seconds to solve this easy puzzle. All right, let me see if I can get solutions out there. And the puzzle posted for Monday. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll talk with you again soon. Bye-bye.